All right, guys, this is gonna be for Aries for February. Ooh, I said, some of you guys are ready for Valentine's. But Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, anywhere in your chart. Let's see. These two cards fell out, but we're not done. Some of you guys, you taking control. You taking your power back. Yes. Look, it says, your inner critic. Challenge the voice of self-doubt. It is often shaped by past conditioning, not truth. So did you see what I just said right now? Aries, for some of you guys, you taking your power back. You had enough. With some of you guys, this could be within a marriage, a relationship. Some of you guys are really questioning, should I go through this marriage? Let me tell you something. Aries, make sure you pay attention to your gut. I was going to say the red flags. You already know those. You've been kind of putting them off. But what I just picked up is, you know how you go to marriage counseling, or at least in the Catholic church, they have this little, kind of like a counseling session. And for some of you guys, if you're at that stage where you need to pull back, cancel. You could be like Infinite, but everybody, the setup, it's not worth it. Your pops, if you're worried about the money, it's not worth it. If you already feel it and you went through that counseling and something just triggered, I'm telling you from experience, we came out crap. I should have paid attention. But a lot of the times you have pressure, with the wedding. What are people going to think? You know what? Fuck what anybody thinks. If you see a red flag before you stepping in, now some of you guys are looking back, you're like, fuck, I went through it the same way. Guys, people change. And we're not here to control nobody, to make them or mold them a certain way. Maybe in the past, our parents and their parents, that's the way they lived. But in 2026, moving forward, ni madres. And you have to be responsible. You got to understand the consequences. You can't just say, oh, because you know what, I met somebody else, or, they don't want to. No, try to make, try to make it work is what I heard. But if there's no way this person is getting abusive, and I've seen some ninjas that are ladies, boy. When I say my testimony, it's not even me, but close to me, within my siblings. No, hombre, ninja. We call her Kung Fu Panda. But anyhow, see, unseen truth. Don't you even think, it'll get better. It never gets better. If you're at that phase where you made a commitment or you're moving in and then you're like, what? And some of you guys, you can leave some person, for another one, and the grass isn't greener. Once it gets to that level, you're like, holy shit, you can't even take a dump in front of this person. With their old person, you could have. This one, you're like, running across to the other restroom, upstairs or downstairs. That's what I'm picking up. But there's habits, and ain't nobody want to stay with somebody that doesn't love you, doesn't want to compromise either. Shit, I'd rather be alone. I'm happy where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you guys, this is you got to do some shadow work. It's very important. I didn't know none of this stuff until I started going through this spiritual journey. I didn't even know about that either. Actually, the priest, or, the church that we've been there since we were little, he's the one that goes, mijo, you gotta look into el pinche shadow work. ¿Qué es eso, padre? La noche de, school, night soul or something like that. And I started to research it. But Anyways, for a lot of you guys, look, fear of failure. So that's it. Some of you guys, you've been already hearing your intuition, and some of you guys could have, if this is a relative telling you, no, mija, or it could be a man, because you're like, fuck, your nuts are like this, and you're like, I don't know, man. She gets crazy, and not the good crazy, Nah, fuck that. Excuse my language, but let's see. Why are you feeling this way? What's the gossip for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising? Hey, hey, Yeti. Yeah, see, for some of you guys, you could have a person that just you can't even, like, you almost have to have them on a leash. Shouldn't have to even go that far. And for a lot of you guys, you could be worried. And this is one of the best advice that I could give you. If you're entering a relationship, make sure you keep your bank account separate. Back in the days, we used to say, let's put the money together. But let's be real. Man or woman, when they want to betray you, So one of the things that I learned in one of the classes that I was taking, for when it comes to relationships and stuff like that, they recommend starting. This is the new shit, and trust me, you don't want to be on that other end where they take you for. If you don't get a prenup, at least have it, because if you get into a position where, and I don't know, this is something I'm picking up. Maybe you guys went through it where somebody could have left you out and cleaned out the bank account, and then you're look shocking. You won't believe the story. Clickbait. So see, they could be misleading you. No, everything's gonna be good and everything, and they could be presenting themselves like, yeah, they love you, but do they love you, or do they love you for what you could provide? And for my ladies, a lot of you guys, you could be providing, some of you guys, not all of you guys, emotional intelligence or maturity, a little bit different. You just kind of triggered this person, and it could go the other way around, or it could be both of you guys. And look, self-made. And regardless, if again, I'm getting this message, you could be man or woman. You could be a person that you're very ambitious. Man or woman, and this is a woman on here. It could go both ways. So you could have somebody that's coming in there and they're like, yeah, let's work together, let's do this. And it's a grand opening. You have a business, and what are they gonna do? They're gonna wait for you to pile up. This is where you find out if it's true love or not. And if you're a man or a woman, whichever one you are that's opening a business that's good in business, get a prenup. Don't you just trust somebody's word. Nobody has. Look, payback. For some of you guys, if you've experienced this where somebody just, financially, tricked you, if it was a business and everything, and they didn't get away with it. Some of you guys could be really hurt financially. I'm talking not just emotionally. Forget about that. Financially, like some people are having a hard time to recover. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm picking up for some of you guys, the ones that you expected a little bit help, they're not there for you. And then I have soul contracts. So you guys could be in this position, and what could be holding you back from getting back on your feet right here is you holding on to this soul tie, this, why did they do this to me? Why did it happen? It's already in the past. Yes, you're gonna have to heal, during the process. It's part of it. You got it. Don't just sweep it under the rug. And the quicker you could get to it, and this is why it's so important, guys, that you build a connection with Source, God, the guidance, the healing work. Because I'm gonna tell you, once you do your inner healing, and some of you guys, this is part of your journey. The other person can look like the way it looks out the outside, and they could be winning. And so what? The more that you bless them, even though they screwed you over, the more you bless them, even if it wasn't a business, just they screwed you over, and you're just trying to get back on your feet. That is a green flag, let's say, for you to say, man, I can't go here and there. It's a green flag. It's not red. Look at it from a higher perspective and say, okay, God, I surrender. Where did I go wrong? Because I'm going to tell you, if you're a lady and if you have kids, oh my, and you trust in God, and that man did you wrong, and you don't seek revenge, and you trust in God, and you do the healing, you help, don't direct your kids to be mean. No, you do things right. I'm telling you, God will bless you. It's not gonna be from day and night. Some of you guys maybe depends. Everybody's, unique, and I don't want to blow smoke up your ass, even though it might be fun as hell. But look, when you put in the work, it's a part of your journey. Let them think. However, if this is the other way back, you're tempted to pay them back. You don't gotta do that, because that's a karmic cycle. What goes around comes around, and trust me, by the time God heals you and puts you, you're gonna have like different ways. I'm telling you, if you're the one that has ambition, if you're a lady, I'm telling you even more. Built from nothing, like, man. Yo, some of my old business clients that had a daughter. I don't know if I told you in a different video. And he used to tell me, he's an older gentleman, and he was like, man, it was his stepdaughter. And he's like, she wants to do cupcakes. And we used to joke around, and I'm like, well, why? What's wrong with that? I don't know, but it's cupcakes, infinite. I'm like, and I laugh. I go, with coffee shop and everything, man. He put his trust in God. They were godly people. He put his trust in God, and he goes, man, he got out the construction business. He goes, man, we're gonna do this. Yo, 3 stores, and they weren't just bullshit cupcakes. I'm talking like, fuck, you paid it was expensive, but they were good. And man, in the little country, and then all of a sudden in the city with 3 or 4 stores, and then he had the ability, he knew accounting and all that stuff, and what I'm saying, for some of you guys, you think that you will not be able to make it, but if you do things right, and don't, because man, God ain't gonna bless somebody that screws somebody over. I don't know, I'm picking up on some of you guys. You could be dealing with that, and it doesn't have to be business. You could be, at a work, and you could have somebody that sabotage you, a friend, and at the moment, you could have somebody sabotage your reputation, and it's you can't. It's hard for you to even reclaim it, because people already made the decision. That's why it's always best to let time go by and just give it to God, is what I say. And when you focus on what he has for you coming up, and a lot of the times that comes with healing. So when you give a little time and you focus on new skills, go back to school, be educating on healing, because your emotions are very important for you to master them. And then you start, it's almost like God is trying to give you a blessing. You're looking and hanging on to the past. Let's see what else. I got this other deck I'm just gonna pick it up for you. Mira. Again. Look at this. And this is what the universe is trying to tell you. And then from home, or maybe you open up a shop or something, and then you have overnight success. And for some of you guys, if you hide this could be somebody on the computer going, oh my God, did you see Aries? And they're pissed because you pulled your energy back. A lot of you guys, you're holding back. You're not saying nothing. I didn't. I just healed, and I focused on God, and because my ex had the kids, I don't want them struggling. So until the time came, I started to pull back, and my testimony will be amazing. Not to hurt anybody, to help other people. And that's where you guys are heading. You know, look, for some of you guys, you could have been a side piece, or you're going to have all kind of people, side pieces, sugar coated right there. For some of you guys, once you could have been a side piece, or somebody's calling you back. Maybe when you step into this energy, you're going to have people coming back, and you could be like, Infinite, I ain't got nothing, and you fine as hell, but it's just God is cloaking you. Cloaking you, look. Fine as hell. Mm-hmm. Mirroring. You could be mirroring somebody, but this is facing yourself with others. And look, past life. But you're at the crossroad. Aries, I'm going to leave it with this. Actually, one more card I'm going to pull. You're at the crossroad. What do you want to do? Because the universe is not going to force you. God is not going to force you. You have free will. You could be like, look, blind date. You could be like, but I need something. I haven't smashed in a couple of. You could be like, not even, but it's gonna feel like the first time. Look, man or woman, he might even be nervous. It'll be que sí, que no, que sí, or both of you guys. I think God is gonna surprise you. Both of you guys are gonna act like it's the first time. Both nervous. I don't know, pero man, you fine. Ay, ay, ay. You more ready than everything. You'd be like, I didn't wear no underwear. I went commando too. He was worried, but he actually, he could have fucking shit in his pants. And something like that. Both of you guys. It's like you guys are gonna just trust in the divine. Okay, I want to give you one of these cards. It's called the Sabe que chingados. But Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in your chart. Put it in the comments, baby, if you're ready. Because for some of you guys, Aries, if you are in a relationship and you just peleonera. For some of you guys, mentirosas. And if you're a cross watcher looking for your chick, yeah, she's mentirosa, but she just likes that energy, like that, break up to make up, but in a playful way. Make sure you communicate, because for some of you guys, that is toxic, but it's a good toxic if it's communicated. You let go, you let go of a little bit of the anger, but in a good way. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lover. I'm a fighter, but not for, I want to be making love, So you have painful memories. And this is telling you right here, look, number 14, that is Valentine's. You could be born on the 14 or 5. This is where changes come, but it comes with you looking at things from a higher perspective and willing to let go of these memories, because they're going to be there. But once you actually accept them, they betrayed me, they went off with my second cousin, or maybe first, or, with the fucking worker that, whatever, your friend, the BFF. I thought I could trust her. Or him. Fuck them. We came here to enjoy life, experience life, accept it as, it's a chapter closed, and pull your energy back. It says right here, I can't even read it. It says, memories arise uncontrollably, dragging you into the past. These echoes are not here to torment you, but to teach you. Face them, understand them, and allow them to release their grip. And let me go, because Yeti's already hauling us. And that's what it is. Just let go. Let God. God has something better for you, and you got to trust that, okay? All right, guys. Infinite Tarot 888. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment.